Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VESTIVAL 4.0. The botched it. The celebration of 250 vests in a streak. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today is a very special day. I hope you are excited. I am excited. Today is Saturday, August 22nd, 2020. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you all to the Vest Streak celebration for the 250 straight streams that you guys have supported me in such a positive way this year, hitting a tips goal, which then enabled me to put on a vest in celebration. Never did I ever expect, when we were jokingly talking about this in February of this year during a retrospective event, and never did I expect during a Minecraft stream when you guys suggested that I put on a vest as a joke in a way of saying thanks for hitting a tips goal, that this would create the wave of positivity that it has around my streams, the amazing amount of support that it has around my streams. It's just insane, you know. And the thing is, I think that the vest streak means something different to everyone. All right, for some people, the vest streak is just a sign of silliness, where let's laugh at Phil being silly on stream, let's make fun of him, and yes, he looks ridiculous when he puts on one of these vests. And that's perfectly fine because it's lighthearted humor. You know, it's not actually something malicious. It's just something silly and lighthearted. I agree. When I put on a vest, I look like a fool. But I think that's the point. Let's all laugh and have a good time together on stream. I'm laughing with you. I know I look silly in these vests. Okay? I think for some people, the vest streak is a sign of positivity around myself and my content that has not been seen in years. You know, there was a time back in the day on YouTube when everyone looked at me in a positive light. And then basically a few things happened, you know, and the culture of the internet changed in a big way and basically toxified and turned everything positive into a negative, and everyone was just out to get everyone and attack everyone and make fun of everyone. Instead of laughing with you, it became laughing at you. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened to me, where there was this big backlash against me and the kind of stuff that I did on YouTube for many years there. But I feel that this year, there was definitely a flop or flip of attention towards me in a good way. That people now are actually checking out my streams legitimately. And not to say that it's a ginormous amount of people, you know, but I'm pleased that people are actually giving me a shot and checking me out and hanging out on my streams and enjoying the content that I put out there. You know, thank you for that, for giving me a shot. And if anything, the vest streak shows that there is a large group of people out there that may be the silent supporters. They're not going to be the most vocal people jumping out on social media, you know, and praising myself for my content, mostly because of trollish activities on the internet. We all know that, sadly, people who kind of speak up in a positive way get kind of harassed by trolls online. And certainly there's no exception when it comes to me. I've got a large group of very malicious people who like to harass my supporters, okay? But if anything, I think what the vest streak has done has given those people a way to show their support, you know what I mean, in a way that maybe they haven't before, in a very, very concrete and positive way. When I put on the vest, you get to see physically that support is continuing, right? And then for some people, let's be honest here, I think for some people it's a way to stick it to the trolls themselves, knowing that I have such a large group of people who are pretty messed up in the head and think that it's funny or fun to harass myself and my viewers and my supporters on a daily basis, showing that regardless of all of that very, very misguided vitriol, how many people know what that word means, that in spite of that, I could still get the level of support that I've gotten, and people really still like what I do and want to see me still succeed. I said this earlier this year, and I'll say it again. I really feel now that I've returned back to my status as the ultimate underdog. When I first started on YouTube 10 years ago, let me take that back. When I started on YouTube 12 years ago, I was a guy with no support. I was a guy with no networking. I was just a guy messing around playing games with wild commentary. Okay? And then 2 years after just doing videos as a hobby, I lost my office job. And people rallied to support me. It didn't matter if it was on YouTube, if it was on Blip TV, if it was on a gaming channel or a vlogging channel. People rallied to support me because they saw me as the ultimate underdog. They saw me as a guy who was not a character acting out to get attention, was not a guy with high production values and tons of money. I'm not a company that's incorporated. You know what I mean? I was just a normal guy on the internet. Okay? And they liked that. People like the fact that I'm just a normal dude doing what he loves, has a passion for gaming, and I just do it every day. I play games. I share those experiences with you guys. I became an underdog. Like, wow, Phil lost his job. That's messed up. This is a guy who made content for 2 years for free, and we love what he does. Let's support him. I kind of feel it's exactly the situation I'm in right now, where people like what I do, despite the fact there's so many people who just want to be shitheads and be disgustingly negative towards me for absolutely no good reason. These people now have realized Phil is not the devil. Phil's just a normal guy playing games, and we want to have fun with him every day. We want to hang out with him on stream and have a good time, because that's what he's all about. Why are shitheads trying to constantly dismantle what he does, right? And because of that, they want to support. And the vest streak is a concrete way to stick it to those who want to bring me down, making me the ultimate underdog, right? So let me tell you guys, just to recap this year, the good stuff that's happened behind the scenes, all right? Although some people would argue not necessarily good, but financially, I'm getting myself back on track. For many years now, I've been in a rut. Ever since 2015 happened, and I'm not going to go into the reasons why, because there's a million reasons why, and I've talked about them forever, but ever since 2015, I've been in a situation in my life where financially things have been falling apart and getting worse and worse. This is the first year things are getting better. I am getting back on track. I am getting back to a point where I can afford everything I need to behind the scenes, and I'm not falling massively into trouble or debt. This is a good thing. In fact, behind the scenes, FYI, all the things going on, my taxes and everything, so far working out well. And I am on pace and on track to be able to be financially, I don't want to say healthy, because definitely not healthy considering I just declared bankruptcy. But basically, I'm starting my recovery. Before this year, it was a slow bleed. Now, finally, I'm starting to heal. Those wounds are finally starting to heal. It's going to take a long time to get to health, but I'm definitely in a much better position now than I ever have been. All right? But the other thing is, because you guys have been so supportive this year, it's actually the first time in years that I'm able to consider doing things for the business to improve the streams, right? First and foremost, I want to get the new consoles, okay? And it looks like because of your support, I may be able to do that. At the very least, I'm thinking I can get the PlayStation 5 and maybe the pair of headphones for it, at the least. I would love to get both consoles. I would love to get a bunch of games and a bunch of accessories and everything for both consoles. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. All right? But at the very least, it's looking like I can get probably the PS5. All right? I hope. As long as nothing goes horribly wrong around here and things keep going as positive as they have, that's looking great. It's also looking like maybe by the end of this year, I would possibly be able to make some improvements around the stream. Now, this I can't promise, but what I definitely want to do is get rid of this couch. So I got to pay someone to come get it out of my goddamn house. But I got to get rid of this couch and clean up the office a bit so I can put a different chair here that'll be more spacious and probably better back support for me in general. And then I can look to do things like maybe set up a small green screen or something behind me, which people have asked for years and years. It would probably finally be viable, okay? The next thing I would definitely like to do is get a new webcam, but I have not done any research on that, so people have recommended I actually get like a high-quality camera rather than a webcam. I don't know how viable that's going to be. And then also, Um, you know, eventually, long term, I'm going to have to get a new PC. That's like a big thing that I know I'm going to have to do within the next couple of years because my PC has been running nonstop for 6 years. You think I'm joking? I'm not. This PC pretty much runs all day and all night for 6 straight years. It's going to die at some point. So definitely a new PC. Okay, so those are all things now that they're actually in the realm of possibility because you guys have supported me so much in the last 5 months. Thank you to everyone who has contributed, everyone who has kept the Vest streak alive for 250 straight streams. I am incredibly grateful. I am incredibly happy. Things have been going so great. Our streams every day are amazingly positive and fun, and there seems like there's nothing that anyone can do to stop it. You know what I mean? We've had people false DMCA, false tips and chargebacks, you know, trying to get me canceled on the internet and all kinds of dumb shit, and it just doesn't seem like anything is gonna stop our momentum, man. You know, and that's us. That's me. That's not just me. I want you guys to understand that. Yeah, yes, I'm the guy who streams. Yes, I'm the guy who puts out the content and the gameplay. But you guys coming and participating and supporting, you are as much of a part of this crazy positivity as I am. I want you to understand that. You absolutely are. You've been a part of this wild ride. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm on a wave of positivity again. I said this many years ago. I said I feel like my life is a series of highs and lows, a high wave of positivity and then a low valley of negativity. I feel like I'm finally back on a big wave of positivity this year. You guys have made me feel that way with your amazing support and the very positive interactions we've had on streams. Okay? So thank you for that. Thank you very, very much. I am so grateful. All right? So let's talk about what we're going to do today. All right? Because this is the 250 Vest celebration. First of all, I'm going to have a vest on for the entirety of this stream. No need to hit a tips goal for me to put on a vest. I'll already have one on. All right. And if we do hit the tips goal this stream to continue on the streak, I will reveal a new vest. Yes. Now, here's the thing, though. I have an announcement to make in regards to the way that vests are going to work moving forward because I came up with an idea that I think you guys are going to like. All right. So there's going to be a new way that vests will be implemented on the streams from now on. First of all, it's going to be the same as it used to be. If we hit the tips goal, you guys get to choose a vest for me to wear. All right? But here's how it's going to go. As of today, if we do hit the tips goal, which I hope we do on this stream to keep the momentum going, and I reveal a new vest, that means I will have 6 different vests that you guys are going to be able to choose from every time that I stream when we hit the tips goal. All right? But you may not know this, guys. The poll system on Twitch only supports 5 options. You can't have a poll with 6 things to choose from. It's pretty silly, right? So because of this, here's what I'm going to do. Every time I stream, and if we hit the tips goal, we're going to do a poll for the 5 vests I did not wear on the stream previously. So let's say, for example, today I wear a new vest, okay? And then later tonight, on the late stream, which is going to be Ghost of Tsushima, we'll talk about that, I'm probably going to put on that special vest again, just because it's a new day. But tomorrow, which will be Sunday, that vest will not be eligible to be worn. And what we'll do is, if we hit a tips goal on Sunday's first gameplay stream, it'll be the other 5 vests in the poll, and you guys will pick a vest. So let's say tomorrow you guys pick the Platinum vest, because let's be honest, people go crazy for the Platinum vest, all right? Great, I'll wear the Platinum vest for that stream. But then, on tomorrow's late stream, which will be Paper Mario, if we hit the tips goal, and I do a poll, the Platinum vest will not be eligible. It'll be the other 5 vests. You see? So the way this works, every single stream will always guarantee that I'm not wearing the same vest as the last stream. It'll create variety, but also it won't lock out any vest for an extended period of time. At the longest, the longest a vest will be locked out is 1 stream. Okay, because people were very, very disappointed that the Platinum vest was locked out this week for a few different days. I don't want you guys to be disappointed. Okay? So that's how it's going to work is, you know, every stream will be a different vest if we hit the tips goal. for variety's sake. That's cool, man. I mean, I'm a variety streamer. Why not have a variety of vests? Okay. Now you may say, well, wait a minute. That sounds great. All right. That sounds great. But what happens if you get another vest? Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now I have no plans whatsoever to get another vest. I'm being honest with you. Well, as of today, if we hit the tips goal, I will have 6 vests. That's a lot of freaking vests. All right. That's a good variety of vests. And being that we are actually exceeding the limitations of the polling system of Twitch, I think that's enough for now. I'm not saying I will never get another vest. And I'm also not saying I will never swap out. Because maybe, let's say, for example, we do this for a month to 2 months. And I realize that there's a certain kind of vest that basically no one ever cares about or votes for. Well, then I wouldn't be against phasing that one out and maybe getting a replacement for it. One that you guys like better. Okay? But I am not, absolutely not, adding anything, any new vests anytime soon. We have too many. 6 is enough. Holy shit, that's enough vests to choose from. Okay? So, that's how we're going to be going for now. Alright? Fair enough? Okay, so, to reiterate. Today, I'm already going to be wearing a vest once I go on camera on this stream. If we hit the tips goal for this stream, I'll be revealing a new vest to all of you that you've never seen before, a brand new vest. Then moving forward, the way it's going to work, if we hit a tips goal on a stream, we're going to do a poll in the stream chat, and it's going to be for the 5 vests that I did not wear that stream. See? So what it'll do, it'll always keep it fresh. It'll be that we'll never have the same vest 2 streams in a row, and that'll keep it good for variety's sake. Fair enough? I hope so. I hope you like this idea. I'm excited for this too. Now, also, this doesn't mean that moving forward, if I do another vest celebration, like for example, as you guys know, I've been doing vest celebrations every 50 vest streaks. So the next one would be scheduled for 300 vest streak, and that would roughly be the end of September, okay? I'm not saying that I won't add new stuff to the streams or new elements or whatever. You know, it has been vests, but that doesn't mean that I won't do new stuff. All right, maybe I'll think of ideas or whatever moving forward of stuff that I can do to keep the streams fresh. It's just not going to be a new vest anytime soon. Okay, guys? Alrighty then. So there you go. Now let's talk about the vest celebration. What are we doing, man? Let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. This is going to be an exciting stream, because we're going to be doing a variety of stuff. First of all, we're going to open up with some interactions and some Q&A. I'm going to be answering your questions and having some fun with you, talking a little bit about, stuff going on, games of the future and stuff. I'm really excited for the next few months of how crazy stuff's going to go. And I've made a decision. Based on today's events this morning, I've made a decision regarding what I'm going to be doing on streams for the next couple of weeks, and I want to announce that, but I'm not going to spoil that yet, okay? I'm going to talk about that in the first segment of the show. So basically for about an hour, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with the streams. We're going to do some Q&A and stuff. Then we're going to play Fall Guys. You guys have been really enjoying my Fall Guys gameplay. So we're going to be doing some Fall Guys gameplay here on the stream till about 2 p.m. Pacific time. 2 p.m. Pacific time is roughly when I usually take a break on the stream. Well, today will be no exception. I'm going to be doing a break around 2 p.m. But during that break, I'm going to go get food so that we can do a live DSP Tries It. So you guys are going to have to give me like 15, 20 minutes to run and get food. Then we're going to do a live DSP Tries It. Then I'm going to probably take another 10, 15 minute break to actually eat and finish my meal. All right. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do more Fall Guys gameplay to end the stream. So that's the schedule. It's the pre-stream right now. Then it's going to be a little bit of explanation of the schedule and everything. Live Q&A for about half an hour to an hour. Then it's going to be Fall Guys gameplay until 2 p.m. Then a break for me to go get the food for DSP Tries It. Then a live episode of DSP Tries It right here on the stream. Then another short break for me to actually finish my meal. And then I'm going to come back and do more Fall Guys till the end of the stream. Okay? Good stuff. There you go. That's the Vest celebration for today. Drastically different from the previous Vest celebrations. The feedback I got last time around was It was too boring. You guys wanted action. You guys wanted fun. And it was me talking too much, and you wanted more. And by the way, people said they were tired of seeing Jasper. I had brought him 3 times onto the Vestival celebration. That was too many times. So basically, I'm just listening to your feedback, all right? And I'm doing exactly what you guys told me you thought would be a good Vest celebration, and that's what we're doing. All right? So there you go, guys. Good stuff. Now, later tonight, on the late stream tonight, it's something completely different as well. Okay? On the late stream tonight, I am doing a platinum run in Ghost of Tsushima. This is basically my goodbye epilogue stream for Ghost of Tsushima, which I finished up the last time that I played it earlier this week. We saw the end of the story and everything. And I like the game so much, and I'm so close to achieving the platinum trophy for it, that tonight's late stream is basically just finishing up and doing a platinum run in Ghost of Tsushima. So it's going to be taking over the final Mongol bases, finding the final foxes, bowing at 10 areas. I think at this point I've bowed at around 5 different areas in the game, but I need to find 5 more, so I'm going to be looking that up on the internet to find out where they are. And I believe there's 1 or 2 other odds and ends you need to do in order to get the platinum. Like, I think you need to do a 5 standoff streak, so I'll equip the armor to do that. And, you know, once that's done, that'll be sweet. That'll be a good send-off for the game. I rarely get a platinum in video games. I think the last one I did was actually Marvel Spider-Man, and this is going to be a good way to send off the best game of this year so far, okay? So that's going to be a fun, chill stream tonight. I hope you guys will join me for that late stream. Tomorrow, we continue with Nier Automata, and this is going to be really sweet because I finally got into the C run of Nier Automata, which is the continuation of the story from the A and B runs. It basically is a whole new part of the game that I've never seen before, and everyone's telling me it gets absolutely crazy. It's fun as hell, so I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys will join me tomorrow for the C run in Nier Automata on the first stream. Tomorrow night is going to be the continuation of Paper Mario, the Origami King. We played this for 4 hours the other day. I made major progress, and I actually completed World 3. So we're going to see the epilogue of World 3 and then the start of World 4 tomorrow night. Then on Monday, I'm doing something new, and I'm not going to spoil out because, like I said, the first segment of this stream, once I get on camera, is going to be me talking about what we're going to do on Monday. So I'm not going to spoil, all right? And then Monday night is going to be more Fall Guys, and that's going to be the end of this streaming week. All right, this coming week, when I come back from my break on Tuesday, it's going to be a balance between Nier Automata and the new stuff that I'm doing on the main streams. There is going to be 1 daily mainstream of Paper Mario to make major advancement. I'm going to balance that in with Fall Guys at night, as well as Throwback Street Fighter and some Fire Emblem. So that's the schedule for the next week, roughly. Okay? Good stuff, good variety. And then, of course, in September, holy crap, we have an update regarding September, which I actually have to write down right now. Hold on a second. Let me get a piece of paper here. So, we have an update regarding the gaming schedule for September. This was announced yesterday. Crysis, the original game Crysis Remastered, is coming out on the 18th. That's the same day as WWE 2K Battlegrounds. So to give you an example of what we're going to be doing, on the 3rd of September, we're going to have the 2nd episode of Tell Me Why, which is the episodic game from Don't Nod, the same people who made Life is Strange. On the 4th, we've got Avengers and Tony Hawk Collection, Tony Hawk 1 and 2. On the 9th, we've got the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon DLC. On the 10th, we've got episode 3 of Tell Me Why. On the 18th, we got WWE 2K Battlegrounds and the Crysis remake coming out. On the 25th, we've got Mafia Definitive Edition. So that's going to be a pretty fun, a very fun month, man. Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on in the month of September. Tons of new content to balance with everything else I'm doing, okay? Good stuff, good stuff. Now, when is the chilled content coming back? Like Minecraft and Morrowind. I can't promise you anything, guys, because right now we have to continue on with Paper Mario and Fire Emblem. And what I can tell you is, when we finally finish Paper Mario, that's going to strongly increase the chances of some chill content coming back. But we're only just finishing World 3 of 5 and then the finale. So we're just roughly over halfway through. We got to keep focusing on Paper Mario and making good progress every week in order to finish that game up so that we can actually get to the chill content again. Okay? So, all right. Good stuff coming up, guys. Now, another few things I'd like to remind you. First of all, don't be sad that the subs dipped a lot. We did dip by about 100 subs in the last few days. That's because a lot of gifted subs expired. If you remember, about a month ago, we started Ghost of Tsushima, and we had a lot of gifted subs, and they all expired. I knew we were going to get a big sub dip. The good news is we already hit the monthly subscriber goal before the sub dip happened. So, the marathon that I'm going to do in September is going to happen. All right? The gaming marathon will absolutely happen in September. What will it be? Well, that's up to you guys, because you guys are currently voting on 3 different kinds of marathon. Either an Indies marathon, a classic Super Mario marathon, or a rage-inducing marathon. And from what I understand, the voting is still pretty close. I think it's like less than 10 votes away to determine the winner. If just a few of you go over to right now and vote, you could completely flip the whole poll on its head. All right? So please be sure to vote if you haven't. Type !! marathon into the stream chat, or just wait every 15-20 minutes. The link will appear by itself. That poll will remain open over the course of this weekend, and chances are I'm going to close it up either tomorrow night or Monday night. At the latest, maybe, at the latest, maybe the middle of this week, but we'll see when I have time to do it. But yeah, not much time left to vote. You absolutely must vote, guys. You must vote. All right? Now, in addition to that, originally I was thinking of doing Ask the King in early September, but in light of the fact that we've got so many game releases coming out and I'm already kind of backed up on my schedule, I'm actually thinking of delaying Ask the King for about a month and maybe doing it sometime in October. I just think it might make sense. I'm not confirming that yet. It was supposed to be around the first week of September, but I'm thinking I may delay Ask the King until next month. We'll see what happens, okay? But I'll give you more details on that as we get closer to it. It's just that I've got so much gaming going on right now and so much I need to make progress in. I don't think we basically have time to be taking time away from the gameplay streams to do an Ask the King right now. Ask the King, let's be honest, it's a variety show. It's a show to break up the repetitiveness of gameplay every day. But we got a variety show today. We're going to have more variety in the month of September, so I'm not necessarily 100% sure that it's the right time for Ask the King anyway. All right? Okay. Anyway, exactly. Big D says you're kind of doing Ask the King today. You're right. I'm going to be doing a Q&A segment when we open the show, so you're absolutely right. I'm kind of doing a mini Ask the King today. It would be kind of silly to do another Ask the King right away. I agree with you. Okay, so that's what's going on with the gaming schedule. I hope that sounds good to everyone. It's going to be an exciting fall for sure. We're going to have nonstop new releases. We've got new consoles that it looks like I should be able to afford at least one of. I'm very excited for this. I hope you guys are excited too. It's going to be a good time all around. I'm very excited. All right. So outside of that, guys, the only thing I'd like to talk about today, there's 2 pieces of news. Neither are gaming related. Well, I take that back. One is gaming related, one isn't. The first piece of news is finally, after like 2.5 to 3 years of petitioning, the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League is actually going to be created and released next year on HBO Max. So apparently everyone who saw Justice League said, man, this movie is a disjointed piece of crap mess. What happened to it? And of course, everyone now knows the horror story that the game went through multiple directors and there was all kinds of freaking issues with the movie. Finally, they're going to make a new version of the movie. It's coming out on HBO Max next year. I'd like to see it. I didn't see the original Justice League because everyone told me it was god-awful, so I never bothered. So I would actually like to see the intended original cut of the movie before apparently it was completely butchered. Okay? So I'm excited for that. Alright? Also, the new Batman game has been announced this morning. I believe it's going to be called Batman Gotham Knights. Now, I don't know too much about it because I didn't see anything about it yet. It apparently was getting announced as I was like setting up the stream here and everything, okay? But it's a new Batman game. People are excited. In fact, I'm curious. I'm curious if there's anything here. on social media about it. Let's see here. Static Shock is trending. Holy shit. Is Static Shock getting a new show? No, people. I don't know why Static Shock is trending. I thought you guys were getting a new show. He's not. Well, that sucks. It would have been nice if he was. Gotham Knights. Here it is. WB Montreal did not want to make another Arkham game. They're doing something different, okay. Damn, a 4-minute trailer. I want to watch this. I wonder what this is going to be. Seems okay. This is the game everyone expected Suicide Squad to be. It's Arkham open world template, but with co-op. Oh, there's actually co-op. Oh. Apparently, enemy levels will scale. That's interesting. See, here's the thing. Was WB Montreal? Was that the studio that made Batman Arkham Origins? Because if it is, this makes me very skeptical. That game stunk. It really did. What they did is they took all the assets from the Arkham series, and they made a very disappointing game out of it. It wasn't very good. Okay? And so, I'm nervous if this is that studio, that it's kind of going to feel like that. You know what I mean? It is? Oh, god damn it. So, here's the thing. I don't want to be a hater, and I don't want to 100% dismiss this game. And in truth, we haven't had a Batman game in a very long time. Right? People also are very confused here. I'm reading in the social media thread. They're very confused. They don't know if this is actually a sequel to the Arkham trilogy, and if it takes place in the same universe, or if it's its own game. Because they can't figure it out. It says the plot takes place after Bruce Wayne died from Arkham Knight. Well, you remember, in Batman Arkham Knight, he dies at the end of the game. That's right. You play as Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood. Online co-op mode. Alfred is somehow still alive, and there's a Court of Owls in it. Huh. So someone here is critical. See, this is very interesting reading social media like this. Because now someone else is very critical, and they say, I know this isn't supposed to be an actual Arkham game, but the levels look simplistic. There's a boss fight teased in the trailer against Mr. Freeze, which was already done in the Arkham games as a much better boss fight than it seems to be in this, where it's just straightforward beating him up. So this guy's very skeptical. See that? So, this is very interesting to me. And I am excited because I want to play a new Batman game. The Batman, the Arkham trilogy was one of the best trilogies of games that I've played in the last console generation, right? Like, it was that good. So, that's cool. Now, there's no information, I think, about when it's coming out, though. Just that it's being developed. So, I guess we'll see as more information comes out about it, when it's coming out and everything. But no Batman. It's basically every character from the Batman universe, but not Batman. That's cool. I actually think that's cool because we've had a million games with Batman. So why not do a game that's not actually Batman? That's neat. Okay. Good stuff. So that's a good announcement. And I'm excited for that. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do shout-outs. For those who've contributed, let's get the leaderboard starting to update here. And then we will get started with the show. Okay? So first of all, Tantamouter did a 100-bit cheer overnight. Thank you very much to Tantamouter. Then we had Golden Nobles, who did a few cheers overnight. He said, where are you? I can't wait any longer. And he did two 95-bit cheers. King Cuck, 69, resubscribed for 3 months just as the stream was going live. Okay? The first official cheer of the stream was from Golden Colts, who did a 100-bit cheer, and he said, let's go, boys. All right, let's get Golden Colts up here on the leaderboard. Thank you for the cheer, Golden Colts. Alice Telemon resubscribed for 10 months and said, booyah. Thank you, Alice Telemon, for the ongoing support. I appreciate that, and it's good to see you. I don't know if you're still here. It's good to see you. Rob on Wheels was the first tipper of today. He tipped me $5. He says, I'm watching your Walking Dead stuff. Can you confirm how many seasons there are, including supplementary content? To clarify, I saw that there are 2 spin-off DLCs, and I'd like to know when to watch them. Okay, so to my knowledge, I'm trying to remember, The Walking Dead had 4 official gameplay seasons. The first 2 seasons directly follows the plot line of Clementine, all right, and all the survivors around her, okay? That's seasons 1 and 2. Then, if I remember correctly, was the first DLC, which is only 1 episode, and this was a preview or prequel to the 3rd season of The Walking Dead, and I can't remember what it was called, all right? I can't remember what it was called. Was it 1400 Days? Is that what it was called? No, 400 Days it was called. Okay. And then there's episode 3 and episode 4. Now, episode 3 deals with a new group of survivors, but eventually Clementine comes into the plot line for it. Okay? And then season 4 is back to Clementine being the protagonist because everyone complained in season 3. They didn't care about a new group of survivors. They just wanted to have Clementine's story continue. So they went back to having Clementine being the main character. And that was the big conclusion. Now there is another series called The Walking Dead Michonne. And that follows the character Michonne from the actual show and comic books. But that is a spin-off and has nothing to do with the main plot of the other Telltale Walking Dead games at all. It's completely separate. You can watch that pretty much whenever you want. It doesn't affect anything else. So if you were to watch, I would probably watch season 1 or part 1 and part 2. Then I would watch the 400 Days prequel spin-off. Then I would watch 3 and 4. And then at whatever point you feel like watching Michonne, you could watch that. Okay? So there's your answer. Thank you, Rob, for the first tip of the day, $5. I appreciate you getting that started. Here we go. Very good. All right, Kubi Contract has gifted a subscription to FRNKNSTN43. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Maybe Frankenstein? Possibly Frankenstein, but I'm not sure. Yes, thank you for the gifted sub. I'm sure he appreciates that. Okay, so Team Gardenator cheered 120 bits and says, new Batman game, Gotham Knights, looks really good. I can already tell it's looking a lot better than the Avengers game. I can't wait for next year. Yeah, I mean, next year is going to be a great year because usually that first full year of a new console, you end up getting a slew of new games. And we get to kind of see what the new console can do, although admittedly a lot of games aren't very good and end up being kind of underutilizing the new hardware. So I guess we'll see what happens, but good stuff. And thank you for the biggest cheer of the day so far, Team Gardenator. Honest Fan tipped me $4.20, and he says, for the next festival, he said 250 great ones. For the next festival, you should DSP tries at the Taco Bell Buffet Blowout. What the hell? He says it's $11.99, so $12. 4 crunchy Supreme Tacos. 4 Supreme Crunchy. Wait, what? 4 Crunchy Supremes, 4 Supreme Crunchies. What? That's the same thing. A drink, and I think he said it twice by accident. So it's 4 Crunchy Supreme Tacos, a drink, and a Supreme Crunchwrap, or Crunchwrap Supreme. That's a lot of beef. Seriously, 4 freaking tacos and a Crunchwrap Supreme? I mean, if I was doing a mukbang, maybe I would do that, but that's nothing new. That's stuff that they've had anyway. I wouldn't do that for DSP Tries It. But maybe that's a good value money-wise. I'm not sure. I don't know what the prices are there. He says, that would be a glorious way to do 300 right now. I told you, someone had a really good idea, and I apologize because I've already forgotten who it was. But someone had a really good idea. They said, why not do a cool taste test DSP Tries It? And one of the suggestions they had is that Lay's Potato Chips is currently doing their yearly contest where there's like a bunch of flavors that are released that are brand new flavors of chips. And they said, why not get like 2 or 3 bags of those chips and do a live taste test comparing the chips and letting us know like which one's the best? That would be the DSP Tries It. Maybe I'll do that. Unless another new fast food item releases that's really cool and everyone wants to see it. But That actually interests me. Okay, so thank you, Honest Fan, for the suggestion and the tip. However, that sounds like something good to eat off camera, or like I said, that's not really a DSP Trizik because that's all old stuff. Jad FX tipped me $5 and he said, "Power vest all the way." Since Bezos started rocking them out, he became the richest person on the planet. Yes, we all know that Jeff Bezos, he's only rich because he wears vests like me. I mean, come on, it goes hand in hand with success. It's pretty obvious. You got to hit up Patagonia for a sponsorship. He says, I don't know what Patagonia is. But anyway, thank you, JadFX, for the tip. Very nice. Lives vs. Soul Cheer says, can we watch the Snyder Cut together? No. But thank you for the cheer. Then Lives vs. Soul cheered again. He said, would you rather play The Last of Us 2 again or eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer? I'd probably do the latter, just like the Angry Video Game Nerd. Seriously. I don't ever want to play Last of Us 2 again. Chances are I'll end up playing it like one more time, but I don't want to play it again. Kyle, whose full name is I still can't say this. Bodhizadavakyle. Bodhizadavakyle, 333, subscribed for a full year. And he said, it's been a year and you still can't pronounce my damn name, but it's all good. Congrats on 250, Phil. Continue to manifest your destiny. Thank you very much, Kyle, which is what I call him because there's no way you can actually pronounce his name, for the ongoing support. Thank you, and thank you some more. Golden Nobles cheered. He says, do a live reaction watching the trailer to kick off the show? No, but thank you very much for the suggestion and the cheer. Shenanigan has resubscribed for 31 months. Thank you, Shenanigan, for a 31-month resub and an amazing amount of support, reaching almost 3 years right now. Thank you very much. Bohiztiva Kyle. It still doesn't make any sense. What the hell's a Bohiztiva? Never heard of it. Matthew Lillard tipped me $1. And you remember the Batman parody online game called Gotham City Imposters? Who talks about that anymore? Absolutely nobody. I remember there was a time, if you remember, many years ago, where that was one of the fads. It was these cartoony looking kind of online multiplayer co-op shooter games. There was like 3 or 4 of them that all came out within like a year. And that was one of them. The Batman Gotham City Imposters. It was basically people dressing up as if they were the characters from Gotham. At the time, people checked it out, but it completely died in popularity because, honestly, it wasn't great. So I'm not surprised no one talks about it anymore. Let's see here. Lives vs. Soul. Oh, by the way, thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. Lives vs. Soul cheered. He says, stream law under section B. Anyone is saying not positive things to the I don't even know what that says. Thank you for the cheer. Santana tipped me $1 and says, are you a fan of the band Earth, Wind & Fire? What songs do you know by them? Oh, yeah, dancing to them. I can't do it. I can't do it because my freaking allergies have been acting up and my throat is kind of messed up today. I can't do the high-pitched stuff with my voice right now. But, you know, do you remember something in September? I can't remember the lyrics. I can't even do it because my voice is all screwed up. But I think that's like their most popular song that everyone knows. My mom was a big fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire. She actually owned one of their albums on record, an actual, LP. And she used to play it in the house when I was a kid. Earth, Wind, and Fire is good, man. Lies vs. Soul Cheer says, can you dress up as the Fiend for Halloween? Maybe. I haven't. Okay, so here's the thing. I have not at all started thinking about Halloween costumes this year. That all starts in September when Halloween stores start opening in the area. And I'm definitely going to start looking around and seeing what costumes they've got out there. Remember what I do for September. Do you guys remember? Do you remember the subscriber goal for September? Well, I'll tell you what the subscriber goal is for September coming up. It's going to be if we hit a certain sub goal, all right, you guys are going to let me do a fun Halloween event where I'm going to be dressing up in costume, all right, and we're going to be doing, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say it could be a horror games marathon, but considering the fact that the last few years, whenever I do horror games, it kind of doesn't work out because, honestly, I've played most of the horror games out there. Instead, it's going to be just a gaming marathon in general, okay? in general. It's going to be horror games, but it's also going to be whatever you guys nominate. Okay? So it's going to be a gaming marathon on or around Halloween, and I'm going to be dressed up. Now, the way that I've done this previously is if we hit the subscriber goal, that enables the event. And then there's a tier 2 subs goal, and if we hit that, that allows you guys to pick the kind of costume that I'm going to be wearing during said event. Okay? So that may be how we do it this year. We'll see. But remember, usually it's different categories. Like, a gaming character, a real life like celebrity or pop culture icon, a movie character. You see what I mean? Like, usually I categorize it differently. I make these categories, and then you guys vote on the categories. So previous years, we saw a Ghostbuster, or Deadpool, or Bob Ross, which was a cool one. Last year I was Yoshi. Another year I was Ezio. So that's how I've dressed up every year, different character for Halloween, and I'd like to continue that tradition this year. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking for this year's Halloween event. But I certainly have not thought about who am I going to dress up as for Halloween yet. That, definitely have not thought that far forward yet. So that will come as we get closer to it. All right? Lives for Soul Cheer again. He says, we are your fireflies, and we know we are all safe here in your Vest Fest. Well, there you go. Santana took me another $1 and says, how would you feel if an orchestra traveled around the country to different concert venues playing orchestral versions of your remixes and called themselves the Dark Side Philharmonic? That would be awesome. That would be absolutely amazing. I mean, no one would actually buy tickets and watch this thing, but that would be pretty cool. Candid Camzy took me $1 that if you had widgets from Stream labels running, you wouldn't have to type in every time you get a donation, and why did you ban me? First of all, the reason that I do manual updating of my leaderboard is very simple, because sadly, there are trolls. And trolls tend to fuck with me in different ways. Number one, you may have a troll tip come in where it's someone saying something disgusting and insulting, and I don't want someone's name like that up on the leaderboard. I also don't want to add that to a running tips total. Like, let's say someone comes in here with a fake $1,000 tip, and it's an obvious chargeback. I don't want that to automatically count, you see? So that's purposely why I don't automatically have totals and things update. But in addition, sadly, there are people who would literally just make names and accounts up that would be racist things and disgusting, sexist things. Then they want that to show up on my stream, you see? So that's why I don't just allow automation on the stream. I hate to admit it. Yes, because of the trollish accents of shitheads, I can't do the same things that other content creators do on Twitch, where they don't really have to worry about that shit because they don't have disgusting people following them around and doing nasty stuff to them. I do. So sadly, I have to limit what I can and can't do here on Twitch, and that's one of the limits I have. Is I manually update everything because it keeps stuff within my control. And if you guys haven't noticed, because I do it like this, I have not once ever gotten into trouble with Twitch for anything happening on a stream in regards to a contribution. So I'm going to keep it going. Is it a little bit more work for me? Yes, but that's fine. I'd rather be able to stream and have a good stream rather than worrying about constantly some asshole doing something automated that fucks everything up. Okay? Jungle Boogie tipped me $1 and says, for DSP tries it, try a new Kraft mac and cheese Cheetos flavor. Oh no. They seriously have that? Oh my god. Cheetos mac and cheese. He says, they have mild and spicy. You could cook it live for an all-new Pour the King with the King. That sounds absolutely disgusting. I'm glad I didn't know about that for this one. That is nasty, man. I don't want to have fucking Cheetos-flavored mac and cheese. I barely want to have Cheetos-flavored Cheetos. Like, I know some people really like Cheetos. I really don't. I prefer, like cheese puffs or something that has real cheddar cheese in it. I don't really like Cheetos. I don't think they taste like cheese. I think they taste like salt. So that's nasty. Timbo Slice Cheese says, I did not find it on YouTube. That you played Super Lucky Tale near the launch of Xbox One? They've now come out with a new Super Lucky's Tale that includes a redone version of the game, plus new levels and better gameplay with a major overhaul. It's free on Game Pass. It came out yesterday. Would you look into playing it? No, not now. There's first of all, I did not play Super Lucky's Tale. It was a game that I had on my gaming schedule at one point. I was interested in it, but basically I had to choose between certain games in a certain time frame, and people told me not to play it and play other stuff. So I skipped it and never went back to it and never played it. There is no way I could just add new games to my schedule right now. My schedule is packed right now. Okay, it is. I've got Nier Automata, plus the new project I'm starting up on Monday. Okay? Then we've got Paper Mario, and we have to keep going with Fire Emblem, and people really want to see a lot of Fall Guys right now. So just between all that stuff, that's pretty much my stream week. Now, once I wrap up Nier Automata and other stuff, then we're going to have new releases to take their places, you see? So I really don't have time to just throw in new games. Okay? Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that. Tangy's Asian Style Aioli did 100-bit cheer asking if did I ever have a stroke because the right side of my face doesn't move when I talk. What the fuck are you talking about? You're a fucking idiot. In fact, you know what? Get the fuck out. And I mean that because that's not something to joke about. Alright? I'm serious. You're an asshole. Because you think that's funny. But people who actually have strokes, that happens to them. And for you to make a joke like that, I'm not even offended because you joked about me. I'm offended because you think it's funny to joke about having a stroke and having your face paralyzed. So you can go fuck off and get permanently banned from the chat, you piece of shit. You think that it's funny to make fun of someone who have a medical condition and their face is paralyzed. Yeah, well, you know what I think is funny? Kicking your fucking ass out of my chat forever because you're an inconsiderate douchebag. Fuck off. Okay, Elon Justice did a 50-bit cheer. He said, FYI, there's a new detractor meme going around that I never graduated from college. Hope it doesn't get to the point where you need to show your transcript live on stream. It won't, because I don't give a fuck what those idiots say, so why would I fucking give a two shits about that? It's really stupid. I'm trying to remember where I have my college diploma. I might have it in my lockbox. Because I held on to that stuff. Yeah, I think I might have it locked up in my lockbox. You know, but I'm never going to show because there's no point because I don't care what the fuck idiots say. Golden Nobles did a 95-bit cheer. He says, bro, I got a golden idea for Vestry 300. Get a buzz cut like the old days. No. But thank you for the suggestion in the cheer. Okay. Let us give shout-outs now to the top cheers of the week. All right? Cheers this week, by the way, guys, have been absolutely outstanding. And it's only Saturday. Thank you guys very much for your cheering support this week. In 10th place, we've got Dalbath. In 9th place, Mature Adult. 8th place, an In-Star Rune. 7th place, Lice for Soul. 6th place, Shadow the Hedgehog. 5th place, Sambuca 2020. 4th place, RPG Fan 32. 3rd place, Only Iced Coffee. 2nd place is the Paradox 988. And in 1st place, with an insanely generous 10,000-bit cheer last night, it is Ladies Man 2166. Thank you, guys. Also, thank you to those who've gifted subscriptions to the channel this week. We've got Kubi Contract, Angelo Bestia, Lunaba, Jose Martinez, Honest Fan, and Selpers, who all gifted a single sub to the channel this week. We've got Guitar Player 1939, who gifted 2 subscriptions. Ultimate Cloud 7 gifted 4 subscriptions. And then, Only Iced Coffee, a whopping 25 subscriptions. Thank you, Only Iced Coffee, for supporting the channel this week. I don't think I saw Only Iced Coffee on the stream yet today. But thank you very much for all the support over the past 2 months. The sub goal, you know, you've really been a major reason why we're hitting it because you're gifted subs. So thank you for the support. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I've got for now. What we're going to do is take a break. I got to use the bathroom. And when I come back from the break, we're going to do segment 1 of the show, which is going to be me talking a little bit about what I've decided I'm going to do this gaming week. And then we're going to have live Q&A for a little while until you guys get bored. Then we're going to start up with Fall Guys. And that's going to be the first segment of the show until we go on break at 2 p.m. when I go get food for DSP Tries It, okay? So thank you guys very much. Great pre-stream. Let's take a break. And then I will come back with the first segment of VESTIVAL 4.0. Okay? All right. Thank you guys very much. I will be back shortly. Thank you and see you in a bit.